Hey guys, I'm back with Inkcyclopedia. I'm sorry I was not there for 2 weeks, but I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. Don't get worried, it was nothing bad, but it was just taking up a lot of time, so I couldn't do it for 2 weeks. But I'm here now, I'm all back, and today we're going to be talking about Noodler's Old Manhattan. This is an exclusive ink, exclusive to the Fountain Pen Hospital. This was, you can only get it there. It was sent to me by my main man, Bill. Bill, thank you so much. Bill always sends me the coolest stuff, so you may have seen some of the products that he has sent me actually in my videos. For example, this nice caliper gauge that I actually use to measure pens in the videos on my channel. It's from Bill. So, I mean, he always sends me the cool stuff, he hooks me up, and right now he sent me Old Manhattan. So, let's have a look at what this ink can do. I've just inked up these pens, and apparently not very successfully so. I did try him, but apparently I need to prime the feed a bit more here or something. Alright, that's better. Noodler's Old Manhattan. I'll start with a bit of fine writing. And now we move to medium. Very hard to define this color. It's not completely black, it's not completely grey, it's something in between. I would say it's more black than anything else. Nice wet ink. Metallic. And then finally we do a bit of flex. Ooh. Got ink in the cap there. Sprayed my stuff with ink. Alright. Alright. Railroading. I don't get very good results with this ink in a flex pen. I mean, I can hardly get, you know, the other pens it's alright, but could just be the pen, of course. Let's do a bit of fat writing. Type of M for Manhattan, a bit of writing, yes, I'm definitely seeing a nice black here. It's a simple black ink. Considering this is a noodler's ink, of course it is absolutely vital to do the one thing you've all been waiting for, the Tardif test. Not to mention the bastard brush. And I'm filling up the eyedropper of death. So what I'm enjoying here, yeah, I know what you want me to do. Brown benchmark. That's a lot of benchmark. Oh bloody hell. There's ink everywhere. Trying to wipe off my finger just a bit. Okay. I'm going to dry this. So, one thing that I really like about this ink is that it seems pretty unfazed by water. See that? I mean, there's nothing happening there, there's nothing happening there. Completely unfazed. I like that a lot. I think we can start working on our scorecard before we move on to copier paper. Cleaning, well, it sticks on my finger, it's waterproof. No, I'm going to give that lowest marks. Bleed through. Is something we have to assess later. We have the color, black. We have shading, which is non-existent. We have flow, which in all honesty seems to be pretty good, except in the flex nib. Well, as I said, it could also be the pen, sometimes they're a bit picky. Feathering, well, it says later. Drying time. That seems to be somewhat on the longish side. But the flip side of that coin is that the waterproofness is excellent. So I think we have to move on to copier paper. And we're going to do a bit of writing with that. Hello. I want some crab salad. Oh, hello, Lord Windermere. Hello. I thought I would just drop by. Oh, that's very nice of you. I always enjoy your presence. Yes, I know. I'm a great crustacean to have around. It's always a lot of fun. I like being here because it's always fun. It's good to be away from Professor. Sometimes it's good to be away from Professor because he's a little odd. But yes, tell me about it. It's a somewhat awkward fellow sometimes. Yeah, it's peculiar, his fashion sense. That's what worries me the most. I mean, that hat is a bit weird. I mean, I've got a top hat. Top hats are timeless. Also, I've got a little packet of emergency crap salad stored under my top hat, so I can nearly eat it when I've got hunger. I've got a bit peckish, I can just eat it. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So there's emergency crab salad under your hat, you see? Oh yeah, it's an emergency packet of crab salad. You can immediately, dig in, start eating if you want some crab salad. Oh, that's an excellent idea. In fact, I think I'm just going to go have some crab salad because all this talking, you keep mentioning crab salad and I'm getting all peckish and hungry, so I think I'm just going to get out. I'm just going to grab me some crab salad. Bye. Bye, Lord Windermere, bye. Delightful lobster. He's always a lot of fun to have around. You should see him on parties. He's really the light of the parties. Embarrasses many people with his very open behaviour, his very free spirit, Lord Windermere. See, now we don't have any ink flow anymore. Okay, the flex thing is not really working. A bit of fat writing. This works out very well. It's very pleasant to use black ink in a very broad calligraphy nib and do some Gothic or Old English lettering as I do here. Crap. Alright. I think we can finish our scorecard. Let's see. I really don't see any feather. Well, I see a little bit of feathering. I'm not sure whether you can pick it up. There is some feathering in the flex writing. But in all the other samples, it looks very good. So that's quite impressive. As to bleed through, definitely some with flex writing, but the rest seems to be okay. See a little bit here and there on the broad, but that's a super wet nib. Apart from that, it seems to be okay. And that's Copier paper. Were we to use Rhodia, there is almost no bleed through whatsoever, except for this flex writing, but apart from that we're pretty good. So one thing I forgot, of course, are the passes. But this being a black ink, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of passes. Also, I didn't really pick a comparison ink. It's black. It's a black ink. Tri Visconti black, Kaweco black, Lamy black. They all, I mean, they've all got this. It's a standard black. I mean, I can't say it's more spectacular than anything else I've ever seen. One thing I am going to do. No. Well, it does seem to dry fairly quickly. I find this a pretty, I mean, this is a 6mm nib. I want to go back on that. Okay, bleed through I think is pretty good, and feathering is pretty good as well. So what we got is 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Inkage of 11. And final pass. There you go. So, Noodler's Old Manhattan. A black ink, fascinating ink. I'm not a huge user of blacks, but this is a well-behaved black, and the waterproofness, I mean, that really adds something to the usability of this ink. So, I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.